I stood at the top of the stairs. I looked down at the moving boxes. My father was holding the hand of a strange woman. Her name was Clara. She was my new stepmother. My biological mother passed away 3 years ago. My heart was still filled with deep grief. I promised myself I would never accept this new woman. I promised myself I would never forgive her for taking my mother's place. When Clara looked up and smiled warmly at me, I turned away. I slammed my bedroom door shut. I wanted her to know she was completely unwelcome. I spent the next 2 years hiding my anger. I treated her like a distant stranger in our home. But Clara never got angry with me. She never raised her voice or complained to my father. And one winter afternoon, I discovered her massive secret. I realized my anger was hiding the love my father trusted me with. Let me explain how our lives changed. Clara moved into our old cottage in the countryside. She tried very hard to make the house feel cozy. She baked fresh bread every single morning. She planted beautiful white lilies in the front garden. Lilies were my biological mother's favorite flowers. But I refused to show any appreciation for her hard work. "You are not my mother," I told her coldly one evening at dinner. My father looked deeply hurt by my harsh words. But Clara gently placed her hand on his arm to stop him from scolding me. "I know, Elena," Clara said softly to me. "I do not want to replace your mother. I just want to be your friend." I ignored her and left the dining table immediately. Behind my closed door, I felt a strange mix of guilt and anger. As the months passed, I noticed that Clara worked very hard. She managed all our household chores with incredible patience. But she also spent many hours alone in her sewing room. She looked tired, and her face grew pale, but she kept smiling. When I turned 18, my father fell severely ill. He had a weak heart and could no longer work his regular job. Our family financial situation became very difficult. I was terrified that we would lose our beloved family home. One afternoon, I walked past Clara's sewing room to find some medicine. The door was slightly open. I looked inside and saw Clara crying quietly at her desk. She was holding a small, worn leather journal. It was my biological mother's old personal diary. Curiosity overcame my fear, and I stepped into the room. Clara looked up, quickly wiping her tears away. "Elena, please come in," she said, her voice trembling slightly. She handed me the vintage leather journal. "Your father gave this to me before we got married," she explained. "I think it is finally time for you to read the last page." My hands shook as I opened the fragile paper. I recognized my biological mother's elegant handwriting instantly. The letter was written just 3 weeks before she passed away. To my dearest Clara, the letter read, "I know my time on this earth is running out. My only wish is for my daughter, Elena, to grow up with love. Please marry my husband and protect my beautiful little girl. She will be angry at first, but please hold her tight for me. I trust you with the future of the family I love so deeply." I read the words 3 times, tears streaming down my face. Clara was not a greedy interloper who stole my father. She was my biological mother's best childhood friend. She sacrificed her own youth and dreams to fulfill a sacred promise. She had endured my cold insults for 2 years just to protect my peace. "I am so sorry, Clara," I sobbed, dropping the journal. Clara stood up and wrapped her arms around me in a warm embrace. "There is nothing to forgive, Elena," she whispered gently. "I always understood your pain." From that exact day, the cold walls in our home melted away completely. I stopped hiding in my bedroom and started sitting beside her. We talked about my mother, we laughed, and we healed together. With our combined care and happiness, my father. Health slowly improved. Our home was no longer a place of silent conflict and hostility. It became a beautiful sanctuary of mutual love and comfort. I learned that true strength is found in quiet compassion, not anger. Clara did not change my mother's legacy. She saved it, and she changed my entire life for the better. Uplifting love will always conquer the deepest pain. Vocabulary words used in this story. Grief. Noun. Deep sorrow, especially that caused by someone's death. Appreciation. Noun. The recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Patience. Noun. The capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Hostility. Noun. Unfriendly or hostile behavior, opposition or resistance. Compassion. Noun. Sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. What a beautiful and heartwarming ending. Clara's quiet patience completely transformed Elena's heart. Did you enjoy practicing your English listening with this gentle story today? If this story brought comfort to your day, please hit the like button and subscribe to Daily English Stories right now so you never miss our daily lessons. Let's practice your English writing in a positive way today. Go to the comment section below and write a sweet sentence using today's bolded word, compassion or patience. I will personally check your grammar and reply with a smile. See you in tomorrow's story.